in part 6 of our seminar, we have another theorem we're going to be using. Only we're not going to do a proof this time. Well, we're kind of doing a proof, but it's more algebraic. Vertical angles theorem. We kind of did this last chapter too. We know if two lines intersect, then the vertical angles are congruent. So in this problem, we would know angle 1 and angle 3 are congruent, and angle 2 and angle 4 are congruent. We did that proof last chapter. We're just actually putting the theorem into use right now. So in example 6, we want to show that if angle 1 and angle 2 are vertical angles, and the measure of angle 1 equals d minus 32, and the measure of angle 2 equals 175 minus 2d, then the angle 1 equals angle 2, and they're both 37 degrees. The key on this one is we know they're vertical angles. Since they're vertical angles, we know they're equal. That is, the measure of angle 1 equals the measure of angle 2. Well, let's use substitution because we know angle 1 is d minus 32. We know angle 2 is 175 minus 2d. Well, let's just do the algebra. Let's get all the d's on the same side. I always like to move the smaller one. So I'm going to move the negative 2d. I'm going to add 2d to both sides. So d plus 2d is 3d. Minus 32 equals 175. Notice negative 2d plus 2d, they cancel. Well, we can add 32 to both sides at this point. So we're going to go plus 32 to both sides. So we get 3d. Notice the 32's cancel on the left. On the right, we're going to add those up. Except, there we go, put an extra mark in there. 5 plus 2 is 7. 17 plus 3 is 20. Well, let's divide both sides by 3. So then we get d equals, let me see, how many times does 3 go into 20? Well, 3 goes into 20 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18, so you got 2 left over. So d equals 69. Notice that's not what we're supposed to find. We're not supposed to find d. We're supposed to find the measure of angle 1. So in other words, the measure of angle 1 is d minus 32, or 69 minus 32, which would be 47. And the measure of angle 2 is going to be 175 minus 2 times 69. Well, I think I'm going to use the calculator here. And 175 minus 2 times 69. So I go 175 minus 2 times 69, and I get 37. What happened there? I messed up. Because they're supposed to both be the same. D minus 32. 9 minus 2 is 7. Oh, because I can't subtract. 6 minus 3 is 3. There we go. So they both equal 37 degrees and they're congruent to each other. So that's like a show your work proof is what it is. It's an algebraic proof, but we're not going to write down statements and reasons.